Maybe Atari will come out with something again.
Maybe.
Atari likes to throw something in that ring every couple decades.
Right.
Just for people to go, why?
It's like, what are you doing? It's like, you ran your course, buddy.
Why are you guys still here? Someone's in the old man home. He's drunk.
Right.
No, 2026.
Atari?
Sega.
Please.
I mean, it might. Sega's cooking with some stuff in studios right now.
Man, I saw a picture earlier of like...
It could be like they're like, all of our stuff sells really well. Let's just put it on our own thing.
Exactly.
They just might.
They could.
I mean, them and Capcom, they could come back in 26.
Look, I've joked about it, that Sega's got enough banging properties at this point where they could totally do it again.
I mean, they really could.
No, I saw a picture earlier where it was like back from like, the like basically around 2000 E3 where it had the 4 banners, right? Yeah. Or it's like 2001 or 2, whatever. It's like GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Dreamcast. And someone's just like, what's a Dreamcast? And it's just like, it's like, once upon a time, the 4 nations lived in harmony. Oh, man. Shout out to that era. I loved the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was great.
Why was the Dreamcast still up in 2001?
Yeah, it hadn't been pulled the plug yet. It was right there at the end of the line.
Okay.
Yeah, it was at the end of the line because around there, I think 02, it might have been 01. 02, 01 is when the GameCube came out. And I think it was like 02 is when Sega ported up like Sonic Adventure 2 to the GameCube because the Dreamcast flopped.
Yeah.
You know, they wanted to get Sonic Adventure 2 out the door in some other capacity.
Which is why we got Battle instead of just Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, correct. So, yeah, no, I mean, shout out to Sega. Maybe they make a comeback. I'd buy it. I'd be here for a Sega comeback.
What would be a new Sega console?
That would be the ultimate question. Because it's like, do you just dial it into one of your old, properties, or do you just create another new one? Like you had the Genesis, you had the Saturn, you had the Dreamcast. I think there was something else thrown in there. Or do you just go with something entirely new, or do you kind of bounce off one of those?
A Sega Eclipse.
That's a cool name. It's like, I'm here for it.
No, they just call it Sega whatever year it comes out.
Oh yeah, Sega 2026.
I mean, that's on brand for them.
Yeah, it would be. No, I would like to see Sega do something though.
Sega, you thought we were done.
Exactly. No, like, look, listen.
Did you see that video I sent you of the old Sonic commercials from Sega?
Oh yeah.
That's fucking wild,
dude.
Those old commercials.
Yo, my old boss sent me an old commercial earlier of the Super Nintendo, which starred Paul Rudd in the commercial.
I've seen that one.
I didn't know that was a thing when he sent it to me. It's like Paul Rudd playing the Super Nintendo in the middle of the street. It was like the commercial was designed almost to feel like a horror commercial.
Yeah.
With like the theming, the way they're talking, so and he's just playing like Zelda and Mario. And
That's
stuff.
how a lot of those
like,
old ass 80s, 90s commercials are. They're very misleading.
Dude, they're crazy. Because I told him, it's like, look, if you haven't seen the Super Smash Bros. 64 commercial, you need to go watch that one. That's something. Oh, man. But no, I'm telling you, boys, Sega can make a comeback. Because watch, they make a comeback next year, right? Obviously, they're not. But they make a comeback next year with a new console. They'd be like, yo, I hear you guys like Persona. First party exclusive. Buy the console if you want to play it.
I mean, if anything, they would front head RGG.
They would do some RGG action, 100%.
Yeah. I was like, what you mean Persona? RGG's got that flagship.
Yeah. No, you put RGG on the front of it, and then a year or two later, then you put Persona on there.
Right.
To do it. But yeah, I mean, you gotta look at you gotta put RGG on there. They pump out these giant RPGs faster than anybody should rightly do.
And they rightly go, they are in their studio and go, should we do this? It seems sort of hazardous. Do it anyways.
Yeah, just do it.
Literally, Infinite Wealth interviews was like, yeah, no, to play through this game, you'd have to play an unhealthy amount.
Yeah, right?
I have a feeling that, like, in that studio, they have it split into sections.
Oh, by now,
and
yes.
they go, okay, so this section here is the next mainline game. I don't know what's happening over there, but they're going to show me something in about 2 months.
And I'm going to love it.
And it'll come out at the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, with how many games they're pumping out, they have to have at least 3, maybe 4 teams now.
They have to, because, I mean, they're coming out so quick.
Because, I mean, they're working Virtua Fighter. They had the Majima game working while Infinite Wealth was finishing up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And who stars in the pirate one?
Majima.
Okay. Because it goes back to like whenever we joked about the pitch for that. It's It's like, oh yeah, we need to come up with a new game. What's Majima do? I don't know. Let's just make him go be a pirate.
And this is still wild for me. So we've completely moved off Sony, by the way.
I was going to say,
Sony.
because they also have that, I forget what it was, but they had that other game.
Judgment.
No, the new one that's coming out.
Virtua Fighter.
Not just Virtua Fighter. The
Century.
Yeah,
Project
Century.
Century.
I had 100 years in my head. I didn't know what the correlation was.
Yeah.
But yeah, Project Century coming out as well. Don't know what that is, but
It could
looks
be a
cool.
new IP. Could be still part of their main line of Yakuza. I mean, also the Majima thing's still wild to me. Because I told you that a while back.
Yeah.
Just me being an original Yakuza player.
And him just being a side character or whatever.
Yeah, he was in the game. I mean, but he wasn't as big as what he got, I think, after, I guess, Zero.
Yeah, Zero people really attached to him because he was a playable character.
Right.
Yeah, Majima was the backhand of... it was split between Majima and Kazuma.
Yeah.
And Majima just fucking popped off after that. Yeah, no, it's wild to me just how much Majima... Because I was like, I remember him. I remember fighting him in 1 and 2. Why did he become such a big character?
People just latched onto him, and RGG's just like, okay,
Because
yeah, sure,
he's a-
we'll give you what you want. Just buy the game.
Yeah. So yeah, Majima's now number 2.
No.
Then we still, if a team ever decides to work on a third Judgment game, even though I don't think Lost Judgment did very well.
I could see another one happening though, just because it's RGG and they have like 64 teams going on at the same time.
I mean, it depends on what Project Century is.
That is true.
Because Project Century looks... Oh, God. It's on Unreal Engine 5. It looks
Yeah.
so clean
Right.
from
right,
the little trailer we got.
Right. Right.
I'm not really an RGG guy. But Project Century got me going.
Like, God damn, it looks clean.
Oh man. No, RGG really is like the goats over at Sega though. Like legit.
And they get away with so much wild crap.
They do. They do. Like legit, like when you look at like the layout, the landscape of Sega right now, it's like RGG is like the top. You know, like they're like the Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Atlas would be like the Insomniac,
Yeah.
you know, over there. And then you got Sonic Team who's kind of back on the rise finally after the 2010 slump that they were in.
It was rough for Sonic Team.
The Sonic Team had it rough in those 2010s, brother.
How'd Sonic Rumble do?
Hadn't come out yet.
Has it done?
Yeah, no, the pre-registration's up right now.
Oh, not Rumble. The Party 2D one.
Oh, Superstars?
Yeah.
Undersold, unfortunately. Which I think we had that on a weekly wrap-up thing about 3-4 weeks ago. Because like my thought on it was, after that kind of undersold, is that I think Classic Sonic's going to be on the back burner. Because it's like, if you want to bring Classic Sonic, I think Classic Sonic and Modern Sonic can coexist.
I mean, it's working well for generations.
Yeah, like they can coexist, but I feel like you gotta do something different. You know what I mean? Than what Superstars was. But
Also, Shadow's soundtracks in Generation goes way too hard.
Shadow, man. No, I still need to sit down and play.
That Hedgehog's got a gun.
I saw a clip from Mashed where it was like they do a meme on the Joe Rogan Experience where
Okay.
it's the Donkey Kong Experience and Donkey Kong is Joe Rogan. So they just had an animated one of Donkey Kong interviewing Shadow, and Donkey Kong was going through and it's like, all right, so I'm reading all of your abilities here on the wiki. You know, it's just like, you know, yeah, you can do this, you can do this. And Shadow's like, yeah, I know, I'm awesome. And it's just like, so my question is, and Shadow's just like, oh, I know where this is going. It's like, why do you use a gun? And Shadow's just like, look, it was the 2000s, man. It's like you either used a gun or you did something else, whatever he said. Which, accurate. Also, yo, straight up, because of the Sonic 3 movie, dude, prices for old Sonic games have aggressively inflated. Shadow the Hedgehog, was like, the copy I have in the house, I bought for $25, like
Shoot,
2
that's
years
cheap.
for like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's now going for like $200 because of the movie and everyone trying to get Shadow stuff.
God damn.
Dude, it's not even that good of a game.
It's not.
It's okay.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but the concept's interesting because it has so many different endings. But it's pretty rough,
Then you got level 4. God damn it.
right? So yeah, no, I saw that the other day because like the copy that I have, like the disc is a little rough when I bought it. I just bought it because I just want it for the shelf. But I had an itch for it. It's like I haven't played that game in like 15 years. It's like oh god, it's 2025. I haven't played that game in 20 years. So it's like let's go check that out. But yeah, then I was like, I probably need a new disc, and I looked at the price. I saw $200, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, if I'm gonna spend 200, I'm gonna go buy that Klonoa that I found.
The what?
It's an old platformer on PlayStation. Klonoa. It only had 2 games. It recently got remastered last year, both games in a single pack.
Oh, nice.
John's gone.
Yeah, I saw John on the screen. I was just like, what are you looking at, Bob?
You guys were going on about Sonic, and I drifted off.
All right, let's show.
It was that moment where I was like, man, they're gonna be here for a while. I'm just gonna
You just stare off into the distance.
Let's reel it back.